Hey, how's it going? It's your boy Chiefs Rays Bolt's first live stream in quite some time, if I'm being honest with you. It doesn't really feel like tomorrow is the start of another NFL season. It really doesn't. And there's a couple of good reasons why. First reason being coronavirus. Coronavirus canceled sports, and we got like 3 or 4 months without sports at one point. So I'm focused on Stanley Cup playoffs, MLB being towards the end of that. I mean, that's normal, but Stanley Cup playoffs this time of year, this has never happened before. Usually, it's the off season, and the NHL is about to start their next season in a month from now. But no, we're in the Stanley Cup playoffs, the Eastern Conference Finals. So to me it feels like April and May. But no, it's September, and the NFL season starts tomorrow. Thursday night football. The Chiefs open up the season at Arrowhead. For the first time ever, I get to say this: the reigning Super Bowl champions, my Kansas City Chiefs, open up the season tomorrow against the Houston Texans. So, as you can see, I have created this lovely photo of run it back image. I use it as my thumbnail for this video. I like making pictures and stuff like that. I don't know, a graphic designer. I don't really know what you call that, but I like making this stuff, and so that's why when we go over this season here, right, we are going to predict the season schedule. I want to go over the schedule, all right, and this is really gonna hurt me, because I'm a Kansas City Chiefs fan living in Tampa, Florida. The Chiefs, they come to Florida twice. They come close to Florida a couple times. The schedule is impeccable. The schedule could not be more perfect. Yet I won't be able to go to any of these games because of a virus. It's ridiculous. Let's just get into this. I'm going to hide this. Here we are on my Paint app that I use to make all my thumbnails. So let's just go over this, man. Week 1 against Houston tomorrow at 7:20 p.m. I think this is going to be a lot more entertaining than last year's Thursday night football to open up the season. Packers Bears, that was so boring. Wanted to yawn watching that. Okay. Chiefs Texans go. This is a good matchup because many reasons. The Texans are one of the best offensive teams, and the Chiefs are, they're the Super Bowl champions. And the Texans beat the Chiefs in the regular season last year. So really I can see this game going either way. But we'll go ahead and make my first prediction here. Width of 5. Yeah, I'm going to give the Chiefs the W week 1. I'm going to try to be as fair as possible with these, not biased. Of course, these are my Chiefs here. Are the Bucks your second favorite team? Philip Klein says. I wouldn't say that I have a second favorite team per se, but I do have a soft spot in me for the Buccaneers because I'm from Tampa, and when they do good, when they win games, I'm happy for them, and I like to see them succeed. So, in a way that you could say they are my second favorite team. They're my favorite NFC team. Let's just put it that way. Okay, so where were we? Here. So Texans Chiefs is gonna be a good game. Week 2 at Los Angeles. This would have been another fun game to go to because this is the first ever time that the Chiefs are going to be playing in the brand new SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles. tickets would have been super cheap considering the fact that the Chargers don't have all that many fans and the stadium capacity is ridiculously huge. I think that could have been a great game to go to, but unfortunately, no, can't. Week 2 at Los Angeles. Yeah, I'm gonna give a win to that one as well. I think the Chiefs pretty much. I mean, the Chiefs always have a hard time beating the Chargers. It feels like, but no, I'm not really feeling any. I'm not feeling worried about this one. I'm just not. Week 3 at Baltimore. Oh boy, here we go. Monday Night Football. I think this might be an unpopular opinion. In fact, I know it's an unpopular opinion. I think Lamar Jackson is overrated. To me, he just seems like the new Michael Vick, the new Robert Griffin. To me, he's somebody who runs way too much. And don't get me wrong, when he does run, he's great at it. And he can juke the hell out of the defense. He is good at what he does, but as a quarterback, you're not supposed to really do it as often as Lamar Jackson does. And so, for that reason, I think really it's only a matter of time until he suffers an injury from taking a tackle, just like Michael Vick, just like Robert Griffin. These quarterbacks who run a lot, I feel like it never really ends well for them. Lamar Jackson, there's no doubt about it. He's a great player, but I think people think way too highly of him. I don't think he should have been the MVP last year, to be honest. I think he should have been Mahomes. But I mean, come on, I'm a Chiefs fan. Of course I think that. But I think Lamar Jackson is overhyped. That's just my honest opinion. So I am going to give the Chiefs a win here again because we always tend to beat the Ravens in the regular season. We've played Lamar Jackson twice now in the regular season, and both times we've beaten him. So I feel like the Chiefs will win that game. Week 4 versus New England. Now this is going to be really interesting. This is like a complete wild card of a matchup right here. New England could be trash or they could be good again. You don't really know what you're getting from them this year. I don't really think anybody knows what to expect with a Cam Newton Patriot offense. I think the Patriots are capable, especially with the expanded playoff bracket this year. I think they're capable of making the playoffs. Are they Super Bowl contenders? No. No, I don't believe they are Super Bowl contenders. But I do think they'll be good. I don't think they'll be what they were, but I do think they'll stay good. But yeah, this got to be another Chiefs win right here. And look, before you guys get mad at me, like, oh man, why you got to give Chiefs all the wins? You got to remember, like, 2 out of the 3 last seasons we started our season 5-0. So this isn't even like bold right here, all right? Week 5 versus the Las Vegas Raiders. That's weird to say, ain't it? Las Vegas Raiders, which is incredibly our first Sunday noon game of the season, Week 5. That sucks. I like the noon time slots, but there you go. First noon game of the season. We don't have a whole lot of them, it looks like. I'm taking Mahomes over Jackson every time if I'm starting a franchise today. Yeah, I think a lot of people would. Yeah. Las Vegas, this is another win for the Chiefs. Just because the Chiefs haven't lost to the Raiders since the 2017 season. And even that game we lost, it was barely. I'm talking barely a loss. So I don't really think the Raiders. I think the Chiefs own the Raiders. All right, Week 6 at Buffalo, Thursday Night Football. This would have been a fun game to go to as well, considering how ridiculously insane the Buffalo fan base is. I think that could have been a cool atmosphere to be around. But you know what? It should be a good game. Buffalo. I got Josh Allen on my fantasy team this year, and I'm not mad about it at all. I think he's a great quarterback, and I do think the Bills are going to be the team to beat in the AFC East this year. I think they will dethrone the Patriots because Buffalo is legit to me. Buffalo is legit, and this is like, I think this is going to be a really good game, if I'm being completely honest with you. And this is where I see the Chiefs taking their first loss of the season against Buffalo. The Chiefs, for whatever reason, to me, it seems like they cannot win more than 12 games a year. Like, they have these schedules set up to where they're capable of winning more than 12 games, but they just cannot do it. Like, their record seems to almost always be 12-4. So don't worry, we'll put some more losses in here eventually, but where? We'll find out. So, week 7 at Denver. Drew Lock was really the only quarterback I liked from the 2019 draft. So, I think Denver has a good quarterback. I'm a believer in Drew Lock, but is he elite? Far, far from it. So, I think the Chiefs get back on track here, take a W against the Denver Broncos, and yeah, I just don't see that being much competition, in my opinion. Week 8 versus the Jets. All right, I'm just going to do this one fast. Another win for the Chiefs. They go 6-1, which is very realistic. I don't think anybody's really going to argue too much against this right here. I think mainly people would argue with me that the Ravens are going to beat the Chiefs, but I just don't see it happening considering the fact that Patrick Mahomes is 2-0 against Lamar Jackson. But yeah, the Jets, Sam Darnold, I don't think of them as a good team. I just don't. To me, they're a team that just finishes average every year. And so for that reason, I think the Chiefs are going to beat the Jets in week 8 and go to 7-1 on the season. 7-1. And so that's the halfway point of the season right there. I'll take a 7-1 record at the halfway point. I'd love that. So, week 9 versus Carolina comes. And I think Carolina is an upgraded team this year with Teddy Bridgewater instead of Cam Newton. And the Chiefs always seem to lose just one kind of like wild card team game every year, and so I think that's going to be this game. I think the Chiefs are going to lose to the Carolina Panthers. I wouldn't like to see it, but to me they're just one of those wild card teams that can upset you when you're least expecting it. Does that make sense? Because I don't think anybody was really expecting the Chiefs to go into Tennessee last year and beat Tennessee in the regular season. I screwed that up. I don't think anybody was expecting the Chiefs to lose to Tennessee and Tennessee last regular season. My bad. But they did. It happens. You go into, I get the Chiefs host this game at Arrowhead, but still, you go up against some of these wild card teams, and they can shock you sometimes. I think, to me, the Panthers are one of those teams. So I think the Chiefs take an L against the Panthers. They go to 7-2. Not bad. Anyways. At Las Vegas Raiders. For the first time ever, the Chiefs in Las Vegas. And this would have been an amazing game to go to as well. This would have been such a fun game. But I guess we'll just have to wait until fans are allowed back at the stadiums in full capacity. Which feels like it's not going to happen again in my lifetime. But, we'll get there with time. Las Vegas. Again, I don't think the Raiders are much of a competition. However, they could be motivated. New city, new stadium. They might have a different motive. They might have a different style of play. Who knows? They just might be motivated. Hyped, whatever you want to call it, being in a new city, new stadium against their division rival Chiefs. So, this is the Sunday Night Football game. Last time we played Sunday Night Football against the Raiders, I'm pretty sure it was the time we lost. So it's very possible, if the Chiefs lost this game against the Raiders, it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't. But I do think the Chiefs, once again, sweep the Raiders for the 3rd straight season. Just because The Raiders to me aren't like, I don't know, they're just not the best team. Oh, I got a lot of comments while I was okay. From a Bucks fan, Chiefs going 13-3. Offense is extremely talented and dynamic. Okay, thank you, Philip. What's up, my man? I'm a big fan of you. We about to go undefeated. I hope so. You think we lose against Buffalo? Yes, I think so because I'm just trying to be realistic. I can't give my own team 16-0. I wish if we do go 16-0 this year, that'd be awesome. But it's just so rare. I have to be realistic about it. Who is your favorite Chiefs player of all time? Yeah, I agree. Jamal Charles. Yeah, that's mine too. He was actually my first ever sports jersey was a Jamal Charles jersey. So, yes, he's my favorite Chief of all time. We will beat them. New Orleans, the only team beating us. We'll see about that. Falcons and Bucks have a better chance over the Panthers. Yeah, I don't know. To me, the Panthers is just a wild card team to me. Bucks and Saints, only teams beating us. Okay, all right. Yeah. So that brings us to the next week, Week 12 at Tampa Bay. I mentioned this at the beginning of this live stream. I'm a Kansas City Chiefs fan, grown up a Kansas City Chiefs fan my whole life. And I live in Tampa, right? So this would just be the best game ever if I am able to attend it. I mean, the Bucks said, like, after a few weeks they're going to start allowing fans back in reduced capacity. I don't know if they're going to stay true to that. But, like, I just really, really hope by the time that this game comes up, they will have fans at the stadium. Because it's only once every 8 years the Chiefs play in Tampa. I was at the last Chiefs-Bucks game in Tampa 8 years ago. I was 10 years old. We absolutely got our asses kicked because Matt Castle was our quarterback and he was garbage. So, like, I've literally, since 2016, I went to the Chiefs-Bucks game in 2016 as well in Kansas City. And I've been counting down the days since then for the season that the Chiefs play the Bucks in Tampa. And you know, with the season schedules being in a repeat kind of fashion, I don't know. It's like they have this scheduled out years prior, so it's kind of like a repeated schedule type deal. But like I knew back then that in 4 years from then, the Chiefs would play the Bucks in Tampa. Little did I know we'd have a little virus going around that people would freak out for, and it would cause a global freak out. But I really hope I'm able to go to this game because it's like a 30-minute drive to the stadium for me. That's like going to see my team play that close. That'd just be awesome. Week 12 at Tampa. You know, let me give you a fun fact. The last time the Chiefs beat the Buccaneers was 1992. So, they have our number. Yeah, the Bucks are just, I don't know. He said, are you a big time YouTuber? If you mean like popular, no, I'm not. Still under 3,000 subs, but maybe one day. No, but like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are easily the most exciting NFL team this season. That's coming from a Chiefs fan. They are the most exciting team, and I don't even have to explain why. Tom Brady, Gronkowski. You have a good defense too. I think there's a lot of eyes on the Buccaneers this season, and it's going to be fun to watch them. So, I don't know. I think, here's the deal, right? The Chiefs have had these curses, like the one where we cannot beat Tampa. They've had these curses, and Patrick Mahomes has been able to lift these curses. Like, before we won 2 seasons ago in the wild card game, or the divisional game versus the Colts, the Chiefs hadn't won a home playoff game in 24 years at that point. Patrick Mahomes did it. We won the Super Bowl this year with Patrick Mahomes. The Chiefs haven't won a Super Bowl in 50 years until now. Patrick Mahomes also won the Super Bowl despite being the cover athlete of Madden. I think that alone is a curse. So, I think Patrick Mahomes is the key to lifting these curses, and that's why I think the Chiefs will get the W in Tampa. Hope so. Week 13 versus Denver. At Arrowhead Stadium, 7:20 p.m. Okay. Here's the deal. Where am I going with this? Yeah, it's Denver. And I don't know where they're going to be, especially because, yeah, it was just announced yesterday that Von Miller's out for the season, so Denver's going to be extra bad. I know they had a couple pickups, I can't remember who, but Denver's going to be a little bit better. Maybe not so much without Von Miller, but they will be a little bit better. And Denver, to me, I think is a good team, but they're not the Chiefs, so I think the Chiefs take another W here. Week 14 at Miami, Sunday, noon. Okay. Okay. So, Miami. No, this is going to be another great game. This will be another game that I would love to go to because it's in Miami. 5-hour drive for me. I would go to this game in a heartbeat if they allowed fans. And I think they are allowing fans limited capacity, but hopefully it's more by then so the tickets aren't so freaking expensive. But it's going to be a good game because the Chiefs go back to what is now known as their second home, Hard Rock Stadium, because they just won the Super Bowl at Hard Rock Stadium. So now to like the Chiefs' kingdom, it's kind of like Arrowhead South, right? So this is going to be a great game at Miami. Another Florida trip just 2 weeks after we go to Tampa. And I think the Chiefs get the W here. But if we do lose, I won't be mad because we do owe the Dolphins a huge thank you for last season giving us the first seed. More specifically, Ryan Fitzpatrick. I think the entire Chiefs kingdom owes him a huge thank you for beating the Patriots in Week 17 of last year. And getting us the first seed in the playoffs. So, anyways. Cool. Saints we're losing to for sure. Okay, this guy says Saints we're losing to for sure, or Karen Ball Fortnite says that. Okay, so Week 15 at New Orleans. At New Orleans. And you know what, Karen, I don't know how to say your name, but I think it's Karen. Not like a girl way, but like in a dude way, Karen. I think. Anyways, I agree with you. I do think the Chiefs take a loss here. For the third loss of the season against New Orleans, just because it's Drew Brees, second to last year as a Saint, an NFL player, quarterback, whatever. I'm sorry, I'm tired. I'm zoning out. Yeah, I think the Saints will beat the Chiefs because they're like one of the best teams in the NFL, and it's in New Orleans. I just don't really think that. I don't know. I think the Chiefs are I do think the Chiefs are the best team in the NFL, and I can say that without getting attacked for it because we did just win the Super Bowl, so not many people can really argue against it. So I mean, I do think the Chiefs are the best team in the NFL. However, that doesn't mean I think they're going to go 16-0, whatever. But yeah, I do think we'll lose to the Saints. Because every team has to lose at some point. Week 16 versus the Falcons. The Falcons are another team that I just don't think are very good. I think Carolina is probably the second best team in that. I think Carolina's third place in that division. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Atlanta. Hold on. I almost just drew an L. Let me change that. W. It's going to be a W for the Chiefs in Atlanta. So, okay, here we go. I'm hoping for the Tampa Bay Triple Crown Championship. Bolts, Stanley Cup, Rays World Series, Bucks Super Bowl. You know what? I wouldn't be mad about that at all. I really wouldn't. I mean, obviously I would want to see my Chiefs win, but seeing that we just won the Super Bowl last year, there's not another team that I mean, if it's not the Chiefs, I'd definitely root for the Bucks to win the Super Bowl. So I would not be mad if Tampa got the Triple Crown, and it would forever leave a mark on Tampa's history, give Tampa some hella recognition. I love Tampa. Lived here forever. It's my favorite city ever, and I've been to a lot of cities. Tampa's like my absolute favorite. I love it here. Never want to leave. Anyways, so we do get the win against the Falcons. Matt Ryan. And I just don't think the Falcons are a very good team. Week 17 versus the Los Angeles Chargers. Sunday, January 3rd. Wow, January 3rd of 2021. It's crazy to think this year is already almost over. It's insane. Week 17 versus Los Angeles Chargers. I think the Chiefs are going to lose this game, and let me explain why. Because I think the Chiefs at this point in the season will have already clinched the first seed, and then we're going to rest our starters in Week 17. That's why. That's why I think we're going to lose. They're going to rest Mahomes. They're going to rest Kelsey. Only give Kelsey a few snaps maybe. I think they're going to rest their starters, let the backups play. Chad Henne maybe. And that's the only reason why I think the Chiefs are going to lose this game. So this is my full season schedule right here. Also, I forgot to mention, another game that I would have gone to if not for the coronavirus, it would have been the Saints game right here, just because New Orleans is also close to Tampa geographically, and it would have been a short drive or short flight. Would have been a really close game. And so, so let me just, if there would not have been a coronavirus this season, I'll check mark the games I would have probably gone to. Houston, I would have gone to. Super Bowl banner raising flag. Come on now. Open up the NFL season. I'd be in Kansas City tomorrow, if not for the coronavirus. It's ridiculous. At Los Angeles. Probably would have gone there. Brand new stadium. 4, 5, 6. This one's iffy. It's a chance I could have gone to Buffalo there, but that would have been fun to go to. Another one. At Las Vegas, I would have liked to go to. Let me make this next one big. This is a guarantee. The Buccaneers, I would have guaranteed gone to that. And honestly, I might still go to that. Depending on what the state of the fans and all that is by the time November 20, whatever that day is. It's like November 28th. Yeah, November 28th. If they're allowing enough fans by then I might still go to this game. At Miami, it's a possibility that I still can go, but with no corona, yes, would have been a guarantee. New Orleans, absolutely, I would have gone to New Orleans. So yeah, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, it's 7 games right there that I would have gone to. That's almost half of the season. That would have been sick. So yeah, screw the coronavirus. Seriously, I don't think anybody likes the coronavirus. But because without it, we would be living our normal lives. We would have had a much better year. We'd be going to all these sports games, the World Series. Well, not on time, but Stanley Cup Final would have already been played. Preseason NFL games would have been played. It would have been completely normal. So screw Corona for that. But no, this is a weird year. Hopefully, it's the only weird sports year in our entire lives. I never want to have to go through this ever again because this sucks. Anyways, there you have it. My season preview. All right, let's interact with the comments now here. I think the Browns will win their division. No, not with Baltimore, no. It's good we don't have school. You don't have school? You are lucky, my friend. Do you go to USF? No, I don't, but I am considering transferring there eventually. So that'd be nice. Any other comments, guys? I got 12 viewers right now. Anybody want to talk football? I think Odell will destroy Baltimore. Hey, I'd like to see it. I feel bad for the Browns franchise only because they suck every year. NFC South pick. NFC South pick. That's a good question. I think it's going to come down to the last 2 weeks of the season between the Bucs and the Saints. I think the Bucs and the Saints are going to be neck and neck, but I think the Saints will probably win the division. They seem to just own it every year. And I don't think Brady and Gronk are big enough additions to just completely take over a division. So Saints are my pick for the NFC South. Do you follow college football? Not really. I mean, when people ask me who I watch, I say go Cox. South Carolina Gamecocks. I do have a Gamecocks hat, but that's like. So I mean, yeah, if I do follow college, the Cox are actually my team. I like them because I went to the Outback Bowl a couple years ago when they played. I loved their fan base. I loved their team. Everything about South Carolina and the Gamecocks, it was just awesome to me. It made me a fan of the team. So, but do I follow? No, I don't watch any of the games. I look at the scores afterwards. Teams will easily figure out Baltimore. I think so too. I'm hoping the Bolts can play solid D tonight. Oh yeah, that's right. 3 hours. Bolts play in 3 hours. You can bet you'll see an upload from me tonight. Um, I think the Lightning are really in a good place right now in the NHL. Like everything just feels like it's going right now, and I hope it can stay that way. Um, yeah, I think the Bolts are gonna do good this year. Right. Crossing my fingers for the cup. Crossing my fingers. Been waiting way too damn long for it. I have the Lightning 4-3. You think? Oh wait, are you saying 4-3 is the score tonight or 4-3 the series? Are you watching the NBA playoffs? No, I watched one playoff game and it was the fourth quarter, and it was the game 7 versus the Thunder. It was Thunder versus Houston, game 7, fourth quarter. Because I am a Thunder fan, but that being said, I don't watch the games or anything. I just look at the scores afterwards. Kind of like college. Same thing with basketball. But am I gonna watch the playoffs? No. Like I actually went and looked at the bracket today, and I had no idea some of the teams had already like won some of these series. It's funny. But when the finals get here, I'll pay attention to the finals, see who wins the finals. Maybe I'll watch the series clinching game of the NBA finals. I typically do that at a minimum, but you know, I feel like it'll be weird going to school after Corona. Yeah, well, for me it would be weird going to school in general. I've been homeschooled since elementary, and so now that I'm in college, I'm actually ready to like actually go to a classroom. I think it'd be awesome. Like you wonder why I have so much free time all these years to release these YouTube videos. It's because I'm freaking homeschooled. That's why. But college, I'm doing college online right now, and it's definitely a lot more work. But yeah, I'm ready to go back too. I've never even been. Lightning need to score 4 goals and stay extremely focused and play physical. Yes, I agree. If they can see like their weaknesses is like last year they would score goals, go up a few goals, and then they sit back and play defense. Not this year. Not this year. No, they haven't. This year they score goals and they continue to score goals. Let me go ahead and 12 and 4 again for like the third time in 4 seasons. 12 and 4.